right. Hey there, small town America. Getting the truck coming to you on a Thursday afternoon. Hitting it a little bit earlier than our normal time because we have a big night ahead of us. We're headed over to the Epic Theater, new theater there in Grand Prairie for the relaunch of the Hollywood Prayer Network. So as y'all know that I do work in film doing props, sets, and build and all that. And they're going to do a special screening and a relaunch of a reconnection of the group. And we're all excited to be over there and check out the new Epic Theater there in Grand Prairie tonight and meet everybody and get reconnected there with the Hollywood Prayer Network. It should be a lot of fun. If you're out in the Grand Prairie area over by the Epic tonight, stop by and meet everybody, watch the screening, see everything that's going on. And that's also a great segue there to don't forget to grab your copies of the Prayers for Our Nation and Take the Pledge. It's now available on on our website. Go to smalltown-america.org and grab your copies of that. Great deal of Prayers for Our Nation is going on right now, but it's really grab that Take the Pledge because it's a great time right now to dig back into our Pledge of Allegiance, the history of the flags, that there. So make sure you go over there and grab that copy. We just had a great week. I'm still just blown away on the Johnson County or the Parker County Sheriff's Posse over there for the Ranch Rodeo. Man, what a time we had over there. Those guys, when people say Weatherford does it right, well, they are not lying. Blaine Peacock and the whole crew there at the Sheriff's Posse put on an amazing ranch rodeo. If you hadn't had a chance to go over to a ranch rodeo, you need to go and check them out. Unlike the PRCA rodeo events, these are 16 of the top ranches in the state of Texas put a team together, came out, competed. The kids competed, the women competed, and then we had Leather Chief brought out and put on the Native American experience. And make sure you go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel because at 8 o'clock tonight, we are going to showcase the Bull Riders of Parker County. It's put on by Leather Chief. And then already up there is day 1 and day 2 of the Ranch Rodeo. You can go over and see those on our YouTube channel over there. But man, we had a blast. Community coming together. Just an amazing time. Hot. We were all out there together. Storms blew in on Friday night. We were all there together. So it just shows that getting reconnected and being there with the community, what we can do together. We're better together. In fact, let's hear our little interview with Blaine, and you can see these on the YouTube channels. But this is our interview that we had with Blaine Peacock. All right, hey there, small town America. I'm here with Blaine Peacock. Blaine, I know I wouldn't say you're the guy behind all this, but you're the guy that if it goes wrong, they're going to come after.
Yeah.
I know y'all just got through celebrating your 76 years, preserving the heritage here, but this is the 19th year of the Ranch Rodeo. What makes the Ranch Rodeo much more better or more special than your regular PRCA events?
Because it was created by cowboys for cowboys. So it's working ranch events that we try to emulate in the arena and make it the fans know what the old Western heritage used to be when we didn't have automation and trucks and trailers and way to get them anywhere and haul them anywhere.
Right, and this year you're bringing in the Native American experience. Yeah. So that's something I was visiting with some of those guys. You're here, just the American heritage, the Western way of life, that heritage coming here. That's kind of a treat.
Yeah, last year we added that, and it was such a hit. Trying to grow it. We have more tents this year. We got dancers this year and buffalo riders.
Right.
So that's pretty cool,
Right, and then we plan on hanging out over there at the Chuck Wagons.
Chuck Wagon, yeah, we got 13 Chuck Wagons in play, and they cook right off like they did back when they was on the trail.
Right. And then the other thing, it's all about preserving our heritage. And this year, I noticed that we have mutton busting, we have mini broncs, and you're actually going to let some of the young guys, aren't they doing some penning?
That's a new event this year. So we have an event called trailer loading where they have to cut 3 cattle out and go pin them in a trailer. So we added the ladies a few years ago. So this year we're adding the youth.
Right.
So,
All about preserving that heritage and building our heritage. We thank you for everything that you're doing here in Parker County and bringing these great events to us.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being a part of it, and see you when I see you.
All right. Get in the truck.
Adios.
We had a blast out there. I can't thank Blaine and the guys over there at the sheriff's posse for the committees and all the volunteers, people, sponsors, everybody that put that on. What an amazing event! What an amazing time we had. Leather Chief bringing in the Native American experience, and you're going to be able to see that. Go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel and see that at 8 o'clock tonight. But you'll also get to visit because we were able to go out and talk with our Native American brothers and sisters, and that's exactly what they are, as our brothers and sisters, because when we talk about preserving our heritage, these are the guys that were here when Columbus landed. These are the ones that have been here taking care of the land all this time. And so what an amazing time we had with them and visiting with them. In fact, I have a great interview on how Texas got its name. The original, how Texas got its name. Go and check this out right here.
Hey there, small town America. So we're all about protecting our history and preserving our heritage, and that is what's great about coming here to the Ranch Rodeo, having the Native American experience, because we actually are digging into our original true Texas heritage. And I am here with
Dana Medina from the Caddo Nation of Oklahoma.
Right, Caddo Nation. And so the Caddo Nation are actually the originators for the name Texas.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Yes. The original name was Tecas, and then it was changed by the Spaniards to Tejas. And then over the years, it was then changed to Texas. Some people down in South Texas still refer to Texas as Tejas. And that is a Caddo word for the friendship state is how we call that.
Right, and so anytime that you come into Texas and you cross the borders and you see "Welcome to Texas," right under there it says the friendliest state.
Yes.
So that originated from
the Caddo Nation of Oklahoma. Originally, the Caddo people were in eastern Oklahoma. Texas, I'm sorry. We came through Natchitoches, and then we came through the eastern part, and we do have burial mounds in Alto, Texas. It's an actual burial mound slash I don't know what you would call it, but it's a national park, and the original mounds are still there, and
right.
It is very protected.
Right, and I think sometimes that we forget, especially here in Texas, and here we are, we're the Western heritage and doing Western sports, and we are all cowboys, all that, but we actually really do forget that a lot of our heritage and a lot of our tradition came from the Spaniards that came over, Coronado and those guys. Yes. But y'all were here first to welcome those guys.
Yes.
So
we did a lot of trading on the El Camino Real. That was our path line all the way into Mexico, and then we would come back to our homelands. So we did a lot of trading with the Spaniards. Through that, we were able to acquire our silver, and some of the regalia that we wear has some resemblance of the Spanish regalia.
Right. All right, small town America, you know our motto, get in the truck. If you have a chance to get out anywhere, wherever you are in the United States or wherever, to come to a powwow, there are no stupid questions. Come and ask them. They'll be glad to explain the true heritage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what a blast we had out there. And again, so let me make a correction there. Whenever you come into the state of Texas, it says drive friendly there. That was a slogan passed by the state in 1973, but it still represents friendly. The word friendly, that's where Texas is. And when you go to like these ranch rodeos or you go to these rodeo events, and one of the reasons that we are behind all of this bucking stuff is because there is a place that we can still stand for the flag and pray with one another and welcome one another and treat everyone as equals. and what a time we had out there. And I really do encourage you. That's our whole mission, is to protect our history and preserve our heritage, and getting out there and learning and stuff like that. She mentioned about the national park in Alto, and we're going to try to get out there probably in December. I think they're going to be doing a rededication to the burial mounds there for them, and we're going to try to get out there and do that. And in order for us to keep doing that, we've got to have your help. Fuel the truck. Go over there to smalltown-america.org, and look at all the ways that you can get in the truck with us and help us out and keep us going at these events, and keep us going. The Fuel the Truck program is a great program that we have. And I can't thank all of you guys at Small Town America that have been jumping on there and helping us out there. Our guys over there, JC's, Kwik Mart, Jerry, and those guys, and Peaster. Thank you guys for jumping on, helping us fuel the truck, getting us around. Like I said, we're going to be over at the Epic tonight, and over there with the Hollywood Prayer Network. So we're able to get out there and get to these events. And it's because of guys like JC's Kwik Mart over there, helping and taking care of us, to get us on the road and get us out there and get us to these events. And we definitely want to go out there. There's one of those is going to the national park and doing a rededication of our Native American brothers and sisters to their burial mounds, and showcase that for you so you can see an inside look at the ceremonies and stuff that goes on over there. Now, that's just a treat and all that. And so anybody that wants to help us go over there and help us fuel the truck. In fact, the Ranch Rodeo, without the sponsors and all that, the small businesses coming together and helping one another and sponsoring the rodeo event, it wouldn't be as great as it possibly is. And we've talked about Lucky's Floors Unlimited, and we ran into JT over there, and I can't thank my brother JT enough, who has helped support keep the truck on the go. Got us there with the Road to the Championship as we were covering the YB. And then here he was helping at the Ranch Rodeo. Ran into him. Here's a little interview of just our conversation of what goes on in the community and supporting the community and how important it is to get out and get reconnected.
Hey there, Small Town America. Here's a name that you hear us talk about all the time, is Lucky's Floors Unlimited. And here I am with JT. JT, I know you are always looking to get involved in the community, get the community together. What do you think about the Ranch Rodeo here that they put on?
This is our grassroots. This is what makes this community thrive. This is what this community was built on. It's exciting to get to be a part of it. They're bringing more of the culturistic stuff into it, the Indian powwow, so we can see how this place used to look when everybody worked and interacted together a whole lot better than we do today. But it'd be like the buffalo riding this year. That's something new, and sometimes that's what it feels like's going on in the old USA. But we love the Ranch Rodeo because it represents God and country and the grassroots that this community has thrived on, and we're proud to be a part of that.
Right. And as we're looking to preserve our heritage, and just like this year, we got some mutton busting going on. We got the mini broncs going on. We've got the steer deal, but we're also seeing a lot of these young ranch kids that are going to get to compete at the rodeo this year.
That's awesome, starting them out young and preserving those legacies of those longtime ranches, to keep them going and keep the family involved and to continue that heritage. That's what's going to keep this country going. And if you ask me, rural America, I love your campaign, Small Town America. We're out here and we're about God and country, and this is it right here at grassroots level. And we would invite anybody that doesn't understand the way we live, you ought to come out and experience this. And you may have a different viewpoint after you've spent a few days with us at an event like this.
Right. Well, JT, I know we thank you at Small Town America for getting behind us, supporting us, and just encouraging. And we love what you do for the community. So, hey, Small Town America, get out to Lucky's Floors Unlimited. They got all your flooring needs.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Get over there to Lucky's Floors Unlimited. JT and those guys over there, they're going to take care of you. And it's about us staying local, helping the small businesses out, and helping one another out. And all of this is about helping promote, encourage one another, keep everybody going. again, too, I can't thank y'all enough for jumping on board with us. In fact, if you want to join the team, we now have a big thank you out to the Texas Diesel team down in Greenville, the automotive. So if you need automotive needs, go over there and see those guys. These guys are really jumping on the rodeo communities and helping out with a lot of these young bull riding organizations and sponsoring bull riding events. They're getting behind all that bucking stuff because they see the importance of our heritage and keeping our youth going. So we thank those guys. We thank them for jumping on board and doing that. We're glad to be a part of the Texas Diesel team and glad to have them in the truck with us and helping us out. So go over there and share, follow these small businesses, encourage them to keep going. Sometimes that's all it needs is just a little encouragement. And we sure want to do it. So go over there and like their page, share them on Facebook. If you're in the Greenville area, stop by and say hello to those guys. Start making a connection because they're going to treat you right on all your automotive needs in there. And the reason that we got to do that, because if y'all have not heard, over in Los Angeles, they are trying to ban rodeo. And I want to encourage you. I'm going to play this video here from Western Justice, and they'll explain more how you can get on board, sign the petition, and do this. But this has been a 2-year battle. They're trying to ban rodeo. Guys, we talk about it all the time. We talk about it in Prayers for Our Nation. We talk about it in Take the Pledge. We are in a time there. I don't think we're no longer at a crossroads. It's good versus evil, and that's what we're up against. So now here everybody's trying to take the land. They're trying to ban this. You can't do that. It's just we have to take a stand. We have to join together, and that's what Western Justice is all about. And helping them. Let's push this petition against them over in California from banning rodeo and Western sports, basically Western sports altogether. And I don't know if you realize this or not. The Western sports, the rodeos, whether it's PBR, whether it's a kids' play day event, wherever you go, we still stand for the flag, sing the national anthem, and we say a prayer over everybody. It's the only sport out there that's still doing it. I mean, doing it. Well, there's no joke about it. We do it. And so that's the importance. And it's another reason why they're probably targeting the sport. They don't want the sport going on. They don't want the sport around there. They're going to find every excuse not to have it and do it. So go on there and jump on board. Like I said, it's been a 2-year battle. This is a little update. I think it's from August. But Western Justice, they're in this battle. Let's get on board with this. Let's sign the petitions. Let's band together, because if they do it in California, they're going to start everywhere else. It just takes one state to say no, and then everybody else gets on board and tries to do it themselves. But let's take a listen.
Dave Duquette from Western Justice. It's August 18th, 2023, and I wanted to give you an update on the proposed rodeo ban in the city of Los Angeles. We've been fighting this for 2.5 years now, and the Western Sports Industry Coalition that came together because of this proposed ordinance and us not wanting to allow the second largest city in the United States to ban rodeo and ban our way of life because of the precedent that would set with many other cities across the nation. On the 15th, Tuesday of this week, the coalition was in Los Angeles for our first in-person meetings in 2.5 years of battling on this ordinance. It was very productive. We felt very good about how it came out. We were very heartened by the engagement of some of the staffers that really knew what they were talking about and the people that are helping to produce amendments to this ordinance. So if it does pass in some way, it's not going to ban rodeo and it's amenable to everybody. There's growing support for rodeo in the city of Los Angeles, and we need to keep going with this. We need to keep this kind of action going. So we're going to go back. We hit 9 offices this last Tuesday. It's all we could fit in a day. We also were able to make public comment during the public comment section of the city council meeting, and everyone from the coalition was able to stand up and get heard by the city council. That was Scott Doricamp from PRCA. It was Todd Laverne from the Los Angeles Equestrian Advisory Committee. It was Randy Savvy from Compton Cowboys. It was also Esteban Escobedo from the FMCH California Charros. We were very well represented there, and we went around and had meetings with 9 offices. It was really a great day for Western sports and our ability to slow this thing down and curtail it. Western Justice is your Western sports representation. We need you to be behind us. We need every team roper, barrel racer, anybody that rodeos, anybody that ranches. We have a lot of things in the works. We're going to be doing a lot more updates with videos. So we need your support today. If you are a member, please make sure your membership is up to date. And if you aren't a member, please become a member of Western Justice. We need you. This has been a big fight, folks. We've been doing this for a long time, 2.5 years. Hopefully it's going to come to a head pretty soon. It's either going to go away or we're going to get it voted on. If they do pass something that we can't live with, we plan on suing the city of Los Angeles because, like I said before, we can't let the second largest city in the United States go down and ban our way of life without a fight. There are 2 ways you can support Western Justice and the Western Sports Industry Coalition in our fight to stop this ordinance in Los Angeles. Become a member of Western Justice, and if you're already a member, please check to make sure your membership is up to date and renew if you need to. Then go to Rural America in Action, our platform, and sign our Save Rodeo petition. Thank you, and let's save rodeo.
Yeah, guys. So, we got to get on board. That's why, again, too, I got to thank our guys over there at the Texas Diesel team because that's, they're a small business, but they support all this youth rodeo there in their community. And they're getting behind the young athletes there in their community and supporting it there. And that's why I'm glad to have them partnering with us and being a part of what we're doing here. We're doing all that bucking stuff. If it bucks, we're going to be covering it. We're going to be out there talking about it. We're going to be out there pushing it. And, let's get behind the Rural America movement because, like I said, it's preserving our heritage. And a lot of it just kind of like what we had there at the Ranch Rodeo, just sitting down with our Native American brothers and sisters and listening to the stories and listening to our heritage and find out that, instead of fighting against each other, let's band together because we're fighting for the same causes. We're all praying for rain every day, and we're worried about our land, and we're worried about the way our kids and our grandkids are going to grow up. And that brings me back to the point of, we have been talking about Constitution Day. Constitution Day is coming up this weekend. So let's get out there and let's take time not only to celebrate the Constitution, but to learn the Constitution and talk about the Constitution. If we don't know it, let's start learning it, and let's start teaching it, and let's start standing on it. Let's go over here to David, as we've been doing the last couple of weeks, just talking about the Constitution. Some of these numbers that he's going to throw out you is real quick today. It's only about a minute. He talks really fast. But some of these numbers is really shocking. But Constitution Day, guys, let's get prepared for it on September 17th.
September the 17th. It was on this day in 1787 that our founding fathers signed the U.S. Constitution, but it's not always been known as Constitution Day. In 1940, Congress passed a resolution and asked that the third Sunday in May be set aside to recognize those who had become American citizens. And it was called I Am an American Day. Well, in 1952, Congress repealed that and came out with another one and said, hey, let's take September the 17th and let's call it Citizenship Day, because that's when we signed the Constitution, and we want all the authorities of the United States to teach on the Constitution and promote the Constitution in their particular entities. And then in 2004, Senator Robert Byrd out of West Virginia said, let's have all the schools and all the agencies do this. And so they passed a law that now calls it Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. And so on that day, schools, if they receive federal funds, are to set aside special programs on the Constitution. Now, studies have shown that 90% of schools don't do that. They don't study the Constitution, they don't talk about it, they don't mention it, and most folks don't even know it. Do you know we found in polling that 48% of those who are elected to public office can't even name the 3 branches of government? That's one of the easiest things in the Constitution. We just don't teach it anymore. This is an 1828 textbook. This is an elementary textbook. And every kid used to have questions on the Constitution. I don't know if most judges today could pass this or not, but this is what we started with. And they're not that hard of questions, but it's a good starting place. If you go to wallbuilders.com, you can see this. We'll have a copy of this. You'll be able to download the PDF of this book, Stanberry's Catechism on the Constitution, and you can see if you know the Constitution.
Right. And let me suggest, go over there to wallbuilders.com and download that. They have tons, again, they're my go-to guys. Anytime I've got a question on history and our founding fathers, uh, Tim and David, Jonathan, those are my go-to guys. Say, hey, what historically correct accuracy, what what is true, and you can. I really recommend grabbing that book, or you can order a little hard copy book, and it's amazing. 90% of the schools are not teaching our Constitution, and it shows right now because our congressmen and our statesmen and our representatives, the guys that we vote into office, they don't even know. They don't even care. You see what's going on in Arizona right now, where they're trying to take away the guns up there. We have to take a stand. We have to get out, get with the community, and let's get out there and start learning the Constitution. It starts in our own home, guys. It starts in our own home. Uh, and then from there, it goes from there. Just don't forget that we have coming up on September 27th. It's the See You at the Poll. Again, too, you heard me talk about this. It started down here in Burleson, Texas, group of teens, and has just spread all over. And, here it is coming up again. So let's make sure that you're encouraging your students. Right now, same way, Supreme Court case last year with Coach Kennedy, they overthrew that. Sports teams are going on right now, and there's a big movement and a big push. There's nobody says that you can't go pray on the 50-yard line after a game. And so encourage. Just go out there and do it. You yourselves, if you're there, like I said, if you're in the Western sports world, we still stand for the flag and we still say the prayer. We can do it in all the other sports. Let's be the example of the right way to do it. And speaking of that, we are getting geared up this weekend. If you're in the Granbury area, come out to the Bull Mixer social gathering. We're going to start off a little bit earlier doing some qualifying rounds, but at 2:00, that's going to kick off. And this is going to be an invitational, elite. Some of the best PPR bulls stock is going to be there. Some of the best riders are going to be there. The who's who in the bucking world, they're going to be there, and we're going to be a part of it. We're glad to be a part of it. We were invited to come out and be it. So Small Town America, we're going to get on board on that. Couldn't do it without our friends with over there with JT at Lucky's Floors Unlimited, with JT and those guys, and over there with JC's Kwik Mart, keeping the truck going. And now we got our new partners with the Texas Diesel team. So again, too, guys, don't forget, go over there, smalltown-america.org. Pick up your copies of Take the Pledge. That's a great one for the history of the pledge and the history of the flags and prayers for our nation. Let's be praying right now with everything that's going on over there. Get ready. If you're out there, let's come to the Bull Mixer this weekend with us. We're going to have a lot of fun over there. What else am I missing coming up? It's Constitution Day. Let's make sure we're learning our Constitution. See you at the poll. Let's get our students involved over there doing that. And then, too, here we are coming up on the 30 minutes. So I just want to keep your afternoon going great. Under that there, guys, I can't thank you enough. Until next week, let's get in the truck.